Hey, this is Andrew Brown. In this video, I want to do a little bit more with pull requests in terms of code reviews, and maybe we could try to get that code owners file to work, or just things that we didn't get a chance to really get hands-on with, as we have made pull requests quite a bit, but not from a reviewing kind of code proper way. So what I want to do is I want to make my way over to our pretend organization, and we're going to go ahead and create ourselves a new repo, unless we already have one, like the fun repo. Does that still exist? It does. So what we'll do is go ahead and use this one. And what I want to do before we do anything else is I want to add or make sure that the collaborator is added to this repo here. And so I'm going to go ahead and add Omen King. Okay. And there I am. And I'm going to go ahead and say this person can maintain this repo. All right, and now they're part of this repo. So they're there. And the reason I was able to add that very quickly was because they were already part of a team. They were already part of our organization. So I didn't have to send an invite and confirm they're not external from that. So that was very easy. The next thing I want to do is I want to go through and create a pull request. It looks like we already have one here. So if we already have one, I'm not going to make a new one. If you have to, you make a new one. But here it says this pull request. Oh, this is that draft one, right? So we can't do anything with this one right now. So I'm just going to close that pull request. I'm going to go over here to pull request. I'm going to try to make a new pull request because we still might have, yes, we do, from earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and create that pull request. Okay. And so we'll create that one. And I want to say that this has to be reviewed by Omen King. As soon as I do that, notice we cannot proceed forward until that's ready. There's another thing here that says ready for review. So this pull request is still a work in progress. So it's suggesting that this is a draft. I guess I didn't notice, but it probably was still set to draft. And so I'm ready for review. Okay. And so now Omen King should know that they need to approve it for this to work. Okay. Another thing that we could do is we could require other things for approval. So we could go ahead and add a rule, and rule sets allow us to do that. So there might be some things in here that we could set. Require status checks to pass. So that might be something that we might want to do. And right now we don't actually have any status checks. And so that's the reason why we can't add that there. So if I go back, okay, it would be nice to get some checks in here because that's the real value of pull requests, is having some kind of automation thing in here. But I suppose we'd have to have like GitHub Actions or something else. So maybe we'll leave that for when we get to GitHub Actions and integrate it there. And we'll just continue on with the reviewers here. So I'm going to switch to my other account. And I'm in this repo and saying, oh, I need to add a review. So I can go here. And let's say I don't like this change. I'm going to go here and say request changes. I don't like it. Make it better. And so if I do this, okay, now it's saying in red, hey, you got to do something. It's not allowed to go through. And by the way, it still shows merge pull request. And I really don't want this to show up unless I've accepted it. So maybe there's a setting that we can do in here. I thought it would have been that rule set that we could do, that maybe there's something else that we can do to protect it. Always suggest updating the pull request branch. No. Moderation options. I might not be able to do it because I'm not the admin. So I'm going to go back and switch over to this. I'll go back to settings. And what I'm looking for is the option to say that it requires reviewers, or otherwise it cannot be merged. And so that's what I'm looking for right now. Maybe it's under rules. Could be branch protection as well. Let's take a look here. Require a pull request before merging. I really thought that there would have been a rule for this. The reason I think that is because I'm used to using Jira and Bitbucket, and they'll let you do that. So maybe I can't set that. I'm not sure. Restrict creation. Yeah, so I'm really surprised I can't find that. Maybe it's there, but I can't find it, and that's totally fine. But let's go ahead and pretend, you know, we're going to go fix this issue. So we go here, and it says, I don't like it, make it better. So how can we submit that fix, right? And the way we're going to do that is we'll actually have to go to this branch and change something. So we'll go here and make sure we're in the correct branch. And in here, I'm just going to go ahead and change it again. Okay, commit the change, commit. And so now if we go back to the pull request, we should be able to update this pull request. So I'm trying to do that here. Files changed. Normally what happens, like, and again, it's because I'm thinking of Jira and Atlassian, is that you'd open another pull request and it would be the same one in the same spot. So I'm not sure if we can do that. If I go dev here, because it's the same branch, right? So if I do this, it says view pull request. How do I do this? And again, it's because I'm expecting it to act like another piece of software, and it's not doing what I think it's doing. Review changes. I mean, I can review my own. That makes no sense. Review in code space. So I guess the way it's going to work, I really thought there'd be a back and forth there, but I guess there's not. Is I suppose I would just have to go here and then approve it. Looks great. Okay, so yeah, I guess there's less process there than I thought. And now that I'm happy with it, I can go ahead and merge it. So the next question is, can we make a code owner file and see how that works? Because I think that would be kind of unique to do. Sorry. And so I believe that file is called code owners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create myself a new file here. We'll say new file. I'm going to say code owners. And I'm just going to put an asterisk on here and just say Omen King. And so the idea is that anytime anything changes, it should assign it to Omen King. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and commit these changes. And we'll do this again. Okay. And the idea is that if anything changes from that other person, they send a pull request, I'm hoping that it's going to auto assign. Now this might not work because it might be only a paid feature. I don't know, but we're going to try anyway. So I'm going to go in the dev branch. And before I do anything, I'm actually going to merge it the other way. I'm going to do that by opening up code spaces on dev. And I'm just going to merge it back into the direction. Because I'm not going to make a pull request that goes in the opposite direction. I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make sense. Pull requests are supposed to go into your main branch, right? So I'm just giving this a moment here. And what I want to do is do git merge main. I'll do git pull. I'll do git checkout main, git pull, just in case. We'll say git checkout main, git merge main, git push. Saying it's all up to date. I'm not sure if I'm convinced, so I'm going to double check. It's not showing our tree here, so let's say git graph. I really wish it would persist changes, but hey, it's code spaces. And I'll go back over to here. Do I have this now? And it shows that main is ahead of dev, so it's totally lying to me. They're definitely not in sync. I knew this was not the case. Oh, you know what? I merged when I was in main, so that's probably why. Git checkout dev, git merge main. It's always great to have this open so we can see. I'm going to go sync those changes. Okay. Just in case that didn't, I can just git push just in case. Great. That is in good shape. I want to stop this environment. Stop. Good. We're stopping it. Okay, I'll go ahead and close that tab out. So now I have confidence that this code owners is in both. I just had a feeling I need to do that for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and just change this. And we'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and create a new pull request. And I want to see whether it auto assigns. We'll go here, dev, create a pull request. And look, it auto assigned it. So it says awaiting request for review from Omen King. Omen King is a code owner. Omen King will be requested when this pull request is created. So that means the code owner file is working. I don't need to create this pull request to know that. And I think that's sufficient. The only last thing I would say is that, people can comment directly on specific lines. Just remember that because they might ask you on the exam. And that's about it. We'll see you in the next one, okay? Ciao.